Hey guys! I'm really excited to finally be sharing this makeup tutorial with everyone. This is my very first video, so please bear with me. I would call this a soft glam makeup look, and it's pretty wearable if you have a bit of time to get ready. If you want to see how to get this look, just keep watching! So starting off with a clean face, I dab a little of my NYX eyeshadow base onto my eyelids. By the way, off camera I moisturized my skin with the Promise Organic Coconut Milk Facial Lotion before I began. So now I'll be using my damp Real Technique sponge to blend out that primer. Next, I'll be setting that with my CoverGirl True Blend Loose Powder so that my shadow has a soft base. I usually use this Real Techniques setting brush for that. Now we're ready for the shadow, and today I'll be using my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I just recently got it after it was sold out for months and I love it. And guys, it actually smells just like peaches. For my transition shade, I'll be using the color Candied Peach. I'm blending that back and forth into my crease with one of my Real Techniques brushes. This creates a nice base for the other colors that I'll be layering on top. Now I'll be taking a clean Morphe M433 brush to smooth any harsh edges. Then I'll be using my Morphe E22 brush to add the colors Summer Yum and Charmed I'm Sure to darken up my crease. And now I'm going back in with my M433 brush to blend that out. Next, I'm taking the colors Delectable and Tempting on a small, dense e.l.f. brush and blending that into the deepest part of my crease. I also keep switching off between my M433 and E22 brushes to keep things soft and blended. Now I'm going in with the color Bellini and using a clean finger to pat that onto the center of my lid. Sometimes I find that my finger works better than a brush for this step because it's able to pack on more color at once. I'm also taking that Real Techniques brush again and making sure that the color didn't get onto my crease. Next, I'm taking my Sedona Lace 941 brush to put the color Nectar on the inner half of my lids. Here I'm taking that same brush in the same color and adding it right on my brow bone. Once I'm done with my eyes, I move on to my face. Here I'm wiping away any fallout from the eyeshadow. I like to do my eyes first for this reason so that the fallout won't ruin my face makeup. I don't personally wear foundation, but if you do, now would be the time to apply that. I move right into applying my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer in the shade Light Pale onto any blemishes and also the high points of my face. I use a color that's about a shade lighter than my skin tone, and this helps to brighten up my face. Going back in with my damp sponge, I blend all of that concealer out.
I belong to
Next, I take my powder on the Real Techniques blush brush and set my entire face.
I take a drink, I hate it. I tell you what you want to hear.
After that, I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply the bronzer out of my Tarte Showstopper palette to my temples, the hollows of my cheeks, and my jawline to create a shadow effect. It looks a little harsh at first, but it softens up as it gets blended out.
Come on, good.
This step really adds a lot of warmth to my face.
To make it clear, I've tried it out all these years.
Now I'll be taking my Sedona Lace 813 stippling brush to apply the blush out of the palette that I used earlier. I blend that onto the apples of my cheeks, and then I put anything left over onto my forehead and neck. I always take my bronzer and blush down onto my neck so that everything's the same color and so there's no harsh line on my jaw. I also just take my powder brush again with nothing on it to make sure that the blush is fully blended out. After that, I take the highlighter from that same palette on my Morphe M310 fan brush, and I just apply that to the highest points of my cheeks, my cupid's bow, tip of my nose, and a little bit above my brows.
There you go, take it back, you didn't mean.
I then take my Sedona Lace concealer brush and put the highlighter on my brow bone and the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them up. We accidentally lost the original footage of me doing my lips, but basically I had moisturizer on them already, and then I just applied this Sony Akashic lip liner all over in the shade Maple. I also added a bit of highlighter on top in the center to make my lips look fuller. Now I'm taking my eyebrow pencil that I got from my hair salon to fill in my brows. I know that NYX makes a very similar product that would work just as well, but this one just has a twist-up crayon with a spoolie on the other end. I just start by filling in any sparse areas, but I try to keep them as natural and soft as possible. I also kind of outline them, but I add minimal product to the front ends of my brows because they're naturally sparser there. I also take the spoolie back and forth to blend and soften what I applied. It also helps to use a light hand when applying the product because it helps keep the color light and soft. Now I'll be adding my favorite eyeliner, the Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Liner in the shade Raven, to my top lash line. I really love this eyeliner because every time you put the cap on, the sharpener inside gives the tip a nice point. I'm just using a clean tissue as a buffer while I gently pull on my eye to keep it taut. I extend the end of my liner until it lines up with the end of my eyebrow and give it a small wing. Then I take my two crease colors that I used earlier and put some on my lower lash line to create some dimension, and after that I apply the eyeliner on top of that color. For a pop of color, I decided to add this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Ransom to my waterline. To finish off this makeup look, I'm going to be curling my lashes and applying some mascara. It's important to curl your lashes before you apply the mascara because the curler could stick to the wet mascara and pull your lashes out. I just pulsed the curler a couple times, and then I'm using the sample that I got in my Ipsy bag of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. A cheaper dupe for this mascara would be the CoverGirl Flamed Out mascara since it works just as well. I blink while running the brush through my lashes to give the wand resistance. I also wiggle it back and forth so I can coat all my lashes. On top of that, I use my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara to volumize and extend my lashes a little bit more. Since I'm obsessed with having big, full lashes, I'm going to be using a pin to separate them. Don't try this unless you have a really steady hand and feel very confident with the needle. Here I'm just repeating the same thing on my other eye. I'll just be running a Q-tip under my eyes to get rid of any mascara that got on my face. Finally, I'll be using the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray to keep my look fresh all day. And that completes the look! Thank you guys so much for watching! I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos in the future. You can leave me suggestions in the comments for other looks you'd like to see me film.